You know what sucks? Sucks that my kids have to pay the price for my failures. Sucks that their experience of childhood is going to be in a separated home, in two homes, because of my bad choices. That sucks.
Welcome back, everyone. Today on Wild World Footage, we're looking at women who regret getting their divorce. These women thought it would be a good idea to leave their husbands, but now they're second guessing their choices. Let's watch.
Marriage and divorce really is like the hardest thing in the world. This man has been my best friend, not only my husband, but my best friend for the past 13 years now, 14 actually. And how strange is it that he's just gone? It's just the weirdest thing, because we've been living together, sharing our lives together for the past, we've been married for only 8.5 years, but we've been together for 13.
Damn.
And he's my best friend. He knows everything about me. I know everything about him, and now he's just gone. And it's so strange because I want to talk to him about what is happening. But I can't, because what is happening is because of him. I go through the day of I'm separated from my husband and getting a divorce, and something will happen with the kids or something funny, or I'll see something stupid on social media, and he's always the first person that I would send it to. And now that's just gone. It's so strange.
My only question is, do you guys really think it's her ex-husband's fault? Because if it was, I'm sure she would have mentioned what her ex-husband did to trigger this divorce. But instead, she's making TikToks saying how much she misses her husband and wishes he was still there, but she never gave a reason why they're getting divorced.
Watching my ex thrive, it's a beautiful thing, but it's really triggering for me because I walked away with literally having to start over after 12 years of starting over, of wondering if I'm going to be able to keep a roof over my head with my boys, and not being able to just go out and play in our backyard like we used to, and wondering if I'm going to be able to feed them.
Could you imagine being married and your wife one day decides to get a divorce and leave you, and you do what I tell any man to do after a divorce or breakup, which is focus on yourself, become a better man, because this is always the outcome. They will regret losing you.
I'm f***ing sad about it. And I don't know if it's about him necessarily, like him, or if it's just because, I want somebody. And I want somebody to want me.
She had all that, and she still left him.
Is it so bad that I just want to be wanted? So, I'm gonna wipe my f***ing face. I'm going to go back to repotting my plants because, I can't have any connection with a human. So I'm gonna make connections with my fucking plants.
It's always the same script. A woman goes on social media, sees other women who showcase these glamorous lifestyles which are completely fabricated, and they think to themselves, why can't I have that? I'm sure I can find a man to give me that lifestyle, and they initiate a divorce, leave their husbands, and realize that no man wants a single mother, and now they regret their decision. It's always the same playbook.
Is there anybody out there who got divorced and regrets it? Especially women 35, 40, 45, please tap in and let me know, because at this point I am like probably not 99, maybe 89% sure that I'm probably going to be divorced within the next year. So I can't stay with this. I can't be with you. I can't. And I feel like I've tried so hard. So I've been married for 3 years. People always ask me. And it's really gotten to the point where it's like the past like probably 2 months have just been the worst.
That escalated quickly.
So where it's like, oh, maybe we just call it. Maybe we just call a spade a spade. But then I'm like, I remember when my parents got divorced, and I do not want to put, like my son through that. But also, doing it for the kids is not enough. Love is not enough. Getting married, I kind of regret getting married for love, because I damn sure didn't get married for money. But I'm also just like, as a Christian, shouldn't get divorced. No, like whatever it is, we can work it out. It's you and me against the world. But it's like, damn, do I want to be miserable? How long do I want to be miserable for? And the thing that I also hate is like I feel like people don't share this part of marriage. Like when people are in the thick of it, because I was watching this interview with like DeVal and Kadeen, and I think he said the first 3 to 5 years of their marriage was like hell, but they stuck it out, and now they've been married for what, like 10, 15 years, and they, seem to be happy. I don't know, but it's like,
Why do women think it's okay to air their dirty laundry on social media? Now the whole world knows you want to divorce your husband.
I'm standing in my little girl's room, and she's gone to her dad's, and she loves him, and he's a great dad. But
well, let's hear it.
It's never gotten better. I come home and I just sit in her room, and I walk out there and her toys are exactly where she left them. I can't even bring myself to clean them up.
What does she think? It's Toy Story? These toys are gonna walk away?
And I just have to be here in this house where my baby's supposed to be in her bed, and those toys are supposed to be getting played with by her, and I'm supposed to be here when she wakes up in the night. And please don't get me wrong. She deserves time with her dad. He deserves time with her. They have a very special, beautiful bond. But the pain of coming home without your baby, and the emptiness that you feel in your home, it never gets better. It never, ever, ever gets better.
Have you guys realized the theme so far? Almost none of these women have given reasons as to why they got divorced. Why do you guys think that is?
Divorced men have it a little easier, I think. Divorced men meet a young woman, and the woman's like, instant family, just add me. That's great. If he's got kids, it's like, oh, he's got kids, look at how nurturing he is and how lovely. And women, they get divorced, they've got kids, guys are like, whoop, it's got baggage, I'm not going near that,
Sex is something I never wish to experience again. I may as well be a Catholic nun, because when the topic comes up, I have thoughts like, oh dear, heaven forbid, my Lord, that's inappropriate. We don't talk about that. I know what you're going to say. Oh, well, that's because you've never had the good stuff. I don't want any of the stuff. I'm not kidding. Please don't touch me. And I don't know where that stuff has been, which means I want it even less. Everyone acts like it's the single greatest human experience, mostly men, but I truly beg to differ. It's an experience I could live without until the day I die. I'm quite certain I would never get to my deathbed and look back and think, man, I wish I did it more. I can think of so many more wonderful experiences that don't involve another person and do involve keeping my clothes on. Ever have a nice hot cup of coffee on a cold winter's day? A tri-colored rocket pop in the heat of the summer? Add bacon to just about anything and the most ordinary food becomes extraordinary. And that's just food. I could go on. There's so many other experiences in life that are far more satisfying and a lot less messy, with little to no risk and a lot more return on investment. Sincerely, I am far more content to live out the remainder of my days here on planet Earth as a prude, an ice-cold prude.
Well, at least we can guess what kind of wife she used to be, and we can guess why her husband probably left her.
As a newly divorced mom, I am so tired of getting asked, am I dating? No, I'm not dating. You want to know why? Because I'm so overqualified for these bum-ass interviews of what's my favorite food, what's my dream date. Just can't do it. Like, I cannot go from a married stay-at-home mom to someone's girlfriend.
I want you to look at this person for a second. I call this the divorce effect. This guy here, look at that.
Damn.
This is the same guy after he was divorced. Here he is again after the divorce, and another picture of him after the divorce. How come? Why? Just tell me why. Do many people have to get a divorce to wake up and do this? This is what they give to their spouse when they're married. And only their spouse leaving them gives them sufficient motivation to become this. What if we gave that to our spouse instead of this? When you're married, you give yourself to your partner. At least if you do the marriage the way that I do marriage.
Not around here, partner. Not around here.
When you marry somebody, you're giving yourself to them, and they give themselves to you. You become like one person, and the quality of your marriage is defined or limited by the quality of the individuals within that marriage. And if you're giving this to your marriage, when you have the ability to give this, you are setting yourself up for divorce. You're setting yourself up for a ruined marriage. If you truly love your partner, not just the emotion love, but the action of giving love to your partner, that's giving care. You're demonstrating that you care about their experience of life. Do they want to be married to this? Is giving them this showing that you care about them? I would say this is not showing love. Because if you loved your partner, you would give your very best self to them. And so when someone divorces after someone giving this to the relationship, when they were perfectly capable of giving this, you could say that the person was not demonstrating love for their partner.
So I added this clip in here to see, what do you guys think? Who do you blame more for the husband gaining so much weight during his marriage? Do you blame the wife for just being miserable, or do you think it's the husband's fault for gaining so much weight and just letting himself go? Let me know in the comment section down below.
If your wife doesn't want to sleep with you, I guarantee you're not going to have a fun time out in the dating world. I hate to tell it to you, it's a huge red flag. All of us super get it. Like, so you had a whole ass wife, a whole ass family, and that shit fell apart? And you want me to give you a chance at our big age? You better just make that marriage work. You better just make that marriage work, because it is not going to be any better for you on the outside. I guarantee you that. Now, the ladies, you're good. There will be lines out the door and around the corner. You have nothing to worry about that, ma'am. I promise you that. If you only knew how certain I am in my deepest heart of hearts, I don't need to see what you look like. I know you're good. Please go take a bath, take care of yourself. But you, sir?
Does nobody else think it's completely cringy that a woman in her 50s is giving dating advice on social media? Like, lady, you should be married with kids, but instead you're telling women that they're gonna be fine if they leave their husbands and get divorced, and then if the husband chooses to get a divorce, he's just screwed and he'll never get another woman again. Like, what reality is this woman living in?
I just want to remind women that you got to be really careful to keep your husband, because if you don't, your life could wind up looking like this. You know, a fire, and a tree, and a dog, and a remote, and some trash TV, and a book, and a computer, and a paycheck.
If you have to tell the whole world you're fine being divorced and single, guess what? You're not.
Why aren't you dating? Get back out there. Find your person. I'm good. These are the 3 reasons that I choose to remain single after a 22-year marriage ended. The first one is that I do not want physical intimacy. In my mind, it's awesome. In reality, it's a huge disappointment. When you're young and the men have still got it, they just brag about how great they are, but they can't actually deliver, and you're under constant attack. In my home, in my own home, I was being hunted. Constant groping, constant fondling, and if you say something, it just hurts their fragile ego. They take it as rejection. It becomes this whole thing. And then when you're in your 40s and beyond, you're dealing with ED, STDs, popcorn addiction, and other weird stuff. I really should have been a nun. I mean, look how great I look in that habit. The second reason is that I'm my best version of myself when I'm single. When I'm in a relationship, I hate myself. I'm depressed. I'm sad. I lack motivation. I just don't like me. Versus when I'm single, I feel like I'm on top of the world. I'm thriving. I'm laser focused. I'm accomplishing things that I just can't do when I'm in a relationship. I love me. And the third reason is that I want to be of service to as many people as possible versus being a slave to one person. You've had a death in the family, I can be there for you. You've just had a baby, I can bring you a casserole. You need a volunteer? Pick me. I can say yes to helping so many different people and organizations, and I can't do that when I'm in a relationship. This life is not for everyone, but my gosh, I was born for it.
Once again, if you have to tell the whole world how happy you are now that you're single, that you left your husband, and how miserable your marriage was, then guess what? You're compensating for something. And with that being said, that is it for today, folks. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great day.